और बता
यूवी एंड ड्रीमर व्लॉग क्या बोलते हैं व्लॉग बोलते हैं
ब्लॉग क्या
ड्रीमर मैं तो ड्रीमर हूँ ना अनबिलीवेबल ड्रीमर
Why unbelievable? This is one thing that I wonder. What is why unbelievable?
अनबिलीवेबल मतलब आई मीन
Why is
Life-
it
लाइफ
believable?
यस नहीं मतलब लाइफ इतनी सारी चीजें आई समटाइम्स सामने आ जाती है एकदम से लाइक इट्स एब्सोल्युटली लाइक ऐसा लगता है कि यार ये भी हो गया अनबिलीवेबल बट बिलीव
अच्छा।
दैट्स राइट
Right, that wonderment that
या
kids have,
यस
which is कि जैसे हम जब बच्चों थे, we would think कि ओ ये भी वो भी,
yes.
right? And we wouldn't use a logical mind क्योंकि तब तक
Yeah.
वो इस तरह से डेवलप ही नहीं हुआ था
हाँ.
कि ये नहीं हो सकता या ये हो सकता है
हाँ.
और if you want this, sure, but these are these steps that you need to take to go there. But if you see there was for example, I was wondering today कि we planned for this vlog thingy, ठीक है, a while back, and बिल्कुल एकदम step by step हम proper सोच रहे थे कि I'll ask my videographer for a this thingy GoPro, and then हम कौन सा route लेंगे, क्या बात करेंगे, and that didn't happen, right? And I was thinking about this because I was acknowledging कि impulse को ना it's seen as a bad thing, but I'm this person who really loves to go with the awareness, with the impulse, whatever you call it, with the intuition or with the inner voice, right? Whatever you call it, and it's so different. Like people ask me, how do you identify whether it's your mind speaking or it's your inner voice? Because like it's so gentle and kind and pure that it's just different. You would identify it's not your thinking mind saying, but it's like that inner soft voice guiding you. It's like a guiding light sort of a thing. And of course, like and it takes practice to like identify कि अच्छा ये to
कैसे करती है how you do it how you I mean कैसे पता लगता है how you make out कि this is the inner voice, this is the different thoughts, and then like yes let's go with it कैसे करती है
So I'll tell you how I started it. So first of all, this whole energy work, awareness, all of that was very new for me, and me being a rational person, at that time I was a rational person. I was pursuing CA. My family has n number of CAs, right? So all of this was very bogus sort of, to be honest. But पता है क्या, like I took a leap and I tried some energy work, and that helped me a lot with my curing my depression, all of that. And I was so amazed, what is this? I need to explore more.
Yes.
And one thing that I'm really grateful for in my life is that I've taken leaps, like I didn't understand what is this energy work. So rather than doing a PhD on it and researching and convincing myself कि oh this works, I just took a leap कि चलो try करते हैं, why not? So like, when I got to know body has awareness, I was like, what? Don't we take decisions for our body? So basically our body also has a mind of its own, or you can say awareness of its own, or consciousness of its own कि हम कर सकते हैं. Science also says no कि like every molecule have a life or a consciousness of its own. So initially what I started doing with is like, first of all you got to play with it. You don't have to prove yourself कि अच्छा ये work करता है या नहीं करता. None of that. That's like a long process. वो मजा नहीं आता. So first of all you have to play with it. So I would like I'm standing in front of my wardrobe, so I would ask my body, what do you want to wear? Now it sounded silly to me, it felt silly to me in the beginning, but I realized when I pick something which I thought at that time that my body is picking, because I was not completely sure about the awareness, I could feel that sense of satisfaction for sure. Like there was this slightly different sense of satisfaction. You go to restaurants, right? There's a menu in front of you, you're ordering. Now your brain knows कि ये तो पसंद है, ये तो for sure पसंद नहीं है, right? These are the point of views that we feed to our body. Body may not think like that. So then I started asking my body, for example, body, what do you want to eat? I would go through the menu, and on certain items I may feel like that feeling from the body. ऐसे करके I started exploring most of the times I would think कि मुझे तो कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा, what is this awareness, what is this mind game. But the best thing is be patient and just play and explore, and eventually धीरे करके I completely understood कि when is the body awareness coming and when is my mind taking over. So a lot of times what I do is just for example you would know कि कितने सारे लोग हैं, you also do that. सोने से पहले they would tell their body कि hey how about would you like to wake up at 5 a.m. not instructing कि 5 बजे उठना है, no, would you like to wake up at 5 a.m. right? And you really got to have that deeper connection with your body to get an answer from the body, not from the mind, because mind बोलेगा नहीं भैया सो, that's so, right? And then you ask your body, sure, if that's what you like, let's wake up at 5 a.m. and automatically maybe it will take a while to get to that level and your body will start waking up at 5 a.m. You don't require any push motivation or alarm system or anything. So do you do that, like do you feel signals from your body for like which place to go to, or do you feel that awareness from your body or intuition from your body?
See, I don't really know whether it's my body talking to me or it's like my inner voice, or I just go by by my heart. Like if I feel like I have to do this, I'll do that. Like if I want to like go for a drive, then I straight away I'll go for it. No second thought.
Yeah.
Okay, and then like like you just mentioned like क्या पहनना है क्या नहीं पहनना, like that. तो उसमें मेरे को ऐसी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, like whatever जो मेरे whatever I feel like, जैसे एकदम से जो सामने आ गया, I'll just have to hear it and just go with the flow. Yes, I mean like if I'm going for a meeting or all, then I have to be sure, no? Then I have to be in formals and all. And if I'm like going out just for a drive or ऐसे ही hang out, then I can like फिर तो कुछ भी पहन लिया, but फिर then there is no issue.
Yeah.
So I just want to be with like do whatever I want to do with ease. No efforts, no tension लेनी नहीं है बिल्कुल भी. I don't take stress. I just want to be at ease with my body, with myself, and whatever I love, I'll do it.
So
I don't give it a second thought. Yes.
So I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
So last year I was so first of all you may have heard from Abraham Hicks and like many other people, the presence of mind, the mindfulness in everything that you do. So a lot of things that we do are on autopilot. Like we're taking a bath, but our mind is somewhere else. We're not feeling the water, or let's say it's warm water. We're not feeling that warm water. Our body is like, oh, nice, I love it, but we're not actually experiencing that because our mind is somewhere else. And we're getting dressed, wearing a watch, picking our stuff up, sitting in the car, even driving. No presence, no. Like we're in some other moment. We're not in that moment, right?
Yes.
So isliye most of the life, let's not call it life because it becomes too big of a concept to digest, but most of our day is not really experienced as it is, like the joy of everything. For example, when you're driving and you see this beautiful huge tree, it's there to make you feel good because nature makes you feel good.
Yes.
You're not present. At the same time, you're thinking, I would really like to go to Himachal because I want greenery around me. There is greenery around you, just that your brain is on autopilot. That यहाँ से वहाँ तक जाने का रास्ता, मेरे घर से ऑफिस, we're lost. We're in some other future moment. So इसलिए this practice also then brings you to the present moment. दूसरा, I'll give you I live by this, like by awareness. So when I was traveling Europe, that was my first solo trip out of India. And so how I traveled was I didn't plan anything. I just landed up in one city in Europe, and then bus. Uske baad every day was new. In fact, every hour was new. So I was slightly nervous in the beginning. I'm traveling alone. I have read some blogs which talk about the unsafety, all of that, right? So I decided one thing. First of all, taking the control from my brain. Brain has no role in it. Second, I ask my body, like, I completely trust you. Please take me to those places which you think are fine, safe, fun, nurturing, and not like let's be safe. So when you give control to your body, when you listen to your awareness, you really listen to your awareness. For example, when I am going from one place to another, my hostel to a restaurant, and the map says take left, and it's a well-lit road. But my body's intuition is saying maybe not this one, maybe like go ahead and then figure out another way. But it's a well-lit road. It has people there. Even then, I wouldn't take that road. I would really follow my body's awareness, and that gave me that sense of safety. I am so safe. When you are exuding that vibe out, you will only attract safety, right? And so that is one. Second, you must have experienced, like, when you meet somebody, you sometimes, with some people, you feel that contraction, right? That you're feeling inside the body, or you can say in your heart, like you said. So that's your body's awareness communicating something to you. The question is whether we hear it or not. With some people, you're like easy breezy, nice, right? So for example, the elders in my life, they do ask me for multiple opinions, one of which is very consistent, ki, can I trust this person or not? And even if I haven't met that person, I would ask my body, or you can say I would ask my awareness, ki, what am I aware of? I have literally been to places. While I'm here, I can tap into places, into the energy of the place, just through my awareness. And eventually, we get to know ki, oh, the awareness was right.
इतनी डीप बातें मेरे सर के ऊपर से निकल दी गई.
So इसलिए when you said no कि Abrahamics का तुम्हें थोड़ा complicated लगता है.
हाँ, लेकिन अब जैसे like I've been going through a lot of videos of her, na. So अब I can like make out what exactly she. I have to go. I have to like listen to a video 2-3 times, then I'll make out. Yes, this is the message which she's giving. Yeah. Now I can like make out. पहले तो मेरे को बहुत समझ नहीं आता था ये बोल क्या रही है.
Yeah. So मेरे को स्टार्टिंग में ना access consciousness की बातें ऐसे लगती थी कि what मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आता था. I think out of 10 things, only one and a half things I could grasp, because it was too new for me. But eventually, I loved listening to all these consciousness talks, although I was not understanding most of it. I started picking up on that. So you know what? This is not new information. We are born with that consciousness. We are born with that. We're conscious beings. It's not like कि जब आप when you listen to such content, then only you become conscious beings. So हमें लगता है कि when we listen to such content, read such books, then we'll get the idea of consciousness and awareness. But that's not true. We were born like that. When you talk to a child, for example, they're so aware, right? So, but what happens is कि eventually, over the time, in our upbringing, in schooling, because that's what people know, they teach us that. कि if you want to succeed, this is the path. If you want money,
this is the path.
Yeah, like they feed us a lot of point of views. The most common ones are money doesn't grow on trees, and
well, it is there in our somewhere in our mind में कुछ cells वगैरह कहीं पे it is there, but sleeping mode में है, kind of sleeping. And now when we read all this stuff or maybe having a discussion, तो कहीं ना कहीं वो sleeper cells में वो दोबारा से like they are getting
So like imagine the very center of an onion, okay, very center. So imagine कि that is how we are born, like absolute pure consciousness,
yes,
no thinking mind. उसके बाद like something happens, then you're told something happens. School में कुछ सिखा रहे हैं, college में कुछ सिखा रहे हैं. College तो खैर बहुत दूर की बात होगी. Like first 10 years में like all of those layers are built, right? That childlike energy, that pure consciousness it's not gone, it's there. But उसके ऊपर ना बहुत सारी layers बन गई. And now we then join these courses, listen to this content, and then we remove those layers,
Yes,
layer
yes.
by layer.
Layer by layer.
So, इसलिए this is my personal point of view.
Yes.
That world is becoming a better place because now,
The
for
world
example,
was a better place.
and it is becoming
Yes, it is
better
more, yes, it is becoming
because
more better and
people who are getting aware of all of this. एक तो the number is increasing because of pandemic. Lot of people got a lot of amazing realizations about their life,
better. Yes.
the core of their life. Ki what is the true self, right? And then that will pass on. No, it can never stay to one person. Nothing can stay to one person because everything grows. Like you and I are talking right
Yes.
now, that is also going out in the world and putting some empowering seed or like some different information seed in somebody's mind. For example, like conscious parents, they're raising conscious children because they understand the value of not putting another layer on the child.
अभी तो एसजी वाला फोन कर रहा तुमको.
नहीं चाहिए,
नहीं चाहिए,
नहीं चाहिए, अपने पास रखो. हमें अपनी वैल्यू पता है.
Yes. Good.
ये पता है क्या, लाइक कितने सालों से आई एम गेटिंग दिस फ्रॉम डिफरेंट कोचेस, डिफरेंट यूट्यूब वीडियोस एंड व्हाट नॉट, ऑल दीज बुक्स. नो योर वैल्यू, नो योर वैल्यू. एंड मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आता था कि यार मेरी क्या, लाइक व्हाट, हाउ डू आई फिगर आउट माय वैल्यू. आई न्यू दैट आई डोंट वैल्यू माई सेल्फ इनफ, but then what do I do with it? And this one particular class with Kartika,
Yes.
one particular day, I don't even remember the content of it, but
सेल्फ लव वाली.
I think so, yeah.
हाँ, सेल्फ लव
So
जहाँ पे अपनी वैल्यूशन वीआईपी वाला भी थे, है ना, वीआईपी.
शायद.
यस, सेल्फ लव एंड वीआईपी. कितना मजा आया, कितना बढ़िया म्यूजिक आ रहा है. बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक लाइक
International teacher, yo.
यस. या
तो पता है क्या, like every time there has been a huge transformation in my life in a few moments. I've never remembered the content of what I was hearing, what somebody else was saying to me. I never remember, but I get the sense of it, the energy of it, and you know that allowing that you have from within, you allow in that second, boom, I'm changing everything. That happened, and it has been so different जब आप अपनी खुद की वैल्यू समझ लेते हो ना. एंड आपको वैल्यू का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपके पास डिग्री होने की जरूरत है, यू नीड टू हैव एक्सपीरियंस एंड व्हाट नॉट. नो, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट वैल्यू स्लैश वैल्यूएशन, बट द वैल्यू ऑफ who you are currently and the bloody potential that you have, like that reservoir of potential. It's never ending. You can never exhaust your potential. जब मेरे को वो समझ आया ना कि when you shift your focus, earlier my focus was कि I can't do this well, ये मैं ढंग से नहीं कर सकती, ये मैंने सोचा बट मुझसे ढंग से नहीं हुआ, blah 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 blah. When you shift your focus from there to I may be valuable, I may have good value. Fine, I'm not able to recognize that. You start from there. आप झूठ नहीं बोल रहे अपने आप से, आप सच बोल रहे हो कि हाँ यार वैल्यू हो सकती है, दिख नहीं रही. Then you start taking one step another. I think so for example in my home I give a lot of what do I call it, like opinions slash I share my awarenesses about different things that my family talks about. A lot of them, most of them, maybe all of them come true, right? So I was like, this is my value to my home, right? When I am telling them this is my intuition about this person and eventually it comes true, that is my value. So on this group I would send audio notes to people, guided visualization for something that they desire in their life. Although I'm not charging for it, that is my value. I am making my friends happy when I meet them, that is my value. Through my messages I'm making somebody feel good, that is my value. तो पहले ये सारी चीजें ना वैल्यू के लिस्ट में ही नहीं आती थी. वैल्यू का मतलब है पैसा कितना कमा रहे हो, हाँ तुम्हें कितने फॉलोअर्स हैं, कितना लोग वैल्यू करते हैं, कितना. And when you change that focus now, then automatically autopilot पे you'll start valuing yourself. Oh, I did this was so cool. Oh, I did this was so cool. And when you get in that space of I am valuable, if you can't see it, no problem, no grudge against you. At the same time, I'm not gonna think less of myself just because you can't see my value. And just say, the horse example, right? When you take it to a, I think, meat shop, and you take it to a horse race thingy.
हाँ.
So uski value, where you take the horse, the value of that horse varies.
Yeah, but when उसको रेस कोर्स पे ले जा रहे हो या फिर यू आर लाइक ऐसे ही घर में कहीं पे साइड में रख लिया आपने, है ना,
Yeah.
जो उसने कार्तिका ने बनाया था, यस
Exactly.
वैल्यू विल चेंज ना. रेस
Yeah.
कोर्स में तो लाइक अपन उस पे कितना भी पैसा लगाओ, रेसिंग कर रहा है हॉर्स,
Yeah.
आपने उसको कहीं ऐसी साइड में लगा लिया.
I met this woman
Hmm.
in one of the consciousness classes, and she said that she made a decision
Hmm.
that she always gets the best parking spot ever.
Hmm.
And she lives in Mumbai, so this is something that people on a usual basis face.
Hmm.
There not enough parking
Yeah.
space. Like it's difficult to get good parking
Yes.
space, or a parking space in itself,
Yes.
right? So I found that funny, first of all.
Hmm.
Out of all the million things that you can ask for, this
Hmm.
is what you're asking for. Because manifestation से इंसान का दिमाग कहाँ जाता है कि इतना पैसा चाहिए बैंक
हाँ.
अकाउंट में, राइट? या
Yes.
फिर ये पार्टनर
मतलब कुछ
चाहिए.
बड़ा मैनिफेस्ट करेंगे,
बस.
समथिंग बिग, है ना,
Yeah.
स्मॉल थिंग्स पे नहीं आता.
या नाउ
बट वो लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन में लाइक उसमें तो पार्किंग वाला भी था. यू सीन दिस मूवी लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन?
द सीक्रेट.
तो मेरे को समझ आ गया सीक्रेट से कि वी कैन मैनिफेस्ट एनीथिंग.
So imagine you're going for a meeting, and it's a corporate complex, and over there are a lot of cars, and you're not able to find the parking, and you have to take a few rounds, blah 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 blah. Finally find the parking. You're slightly frustrated from within. It this parking thing consumed these many minutes. I'm getting late, so you start rushing, and then you go to the meeting, right? But you do have this experience, the baggage of the experience with you, so you're carrying that into the meeting. Versus you reach there, and exactly where the door is, you get that spot right there. You park there with complete ease, and you pick your stuff up, and you know that you're earlier than the meeting time, and you also think, oh, everything works out for me, right? And one of the signals is that I got the best parking ever. Now this, and then you take this forward in the meeting, which is everything works out for me, and you get that sense only if you're present enough in the moment to acknowledge ki thank you so much universe for giving me this nice spot, and then you carry that good vibe to the meeting. Now just one small thing can alter your experience with a big meeting. So it's never linear. Creation is not linear. जिस मूड से आप घर से बाहर निकलते हो, वो मूड आप पूरे दिन कैरी करते हो. बट अगर आपका फोकस सिर्फ ये है कि अगर आज मेरी जो बहुत बड़ी मीटिंग है वो बढ़िया जानी चाहिए, बट पूरे बाकी दिन के बारे में आप अवेयर नहीं हो, यू आर नॉट प्रेजेंट, देन यू आर प्लेइंग अ रिस्की गेम. The odds of having a great meeting when you left your house angry or frustrated are very low. I forgot why I was saying this. I was connecting it to something.
You're connecting it with the woman whom you met in Mumbai. She was like telling you.
Yeah. So we went to this Irani cafe. It was so nice. And बहुत पतली पतली गलियां थी उधर पुणे में. And उसको literally VIP parking मिली एकदम सामने. So we didn't have to walk or find parking or anything, right? Just that small moment. Again, like when I say small, I always want to do this because there's nothing called small or big. So then I thought, if this thing works, in that case, like I knew it works, but still, like if this thing works in something like red lights, okay, so I'll use it. So best thing about asking the universe for anything, any desire to come true in your life, is to just ask and then forget about it. Like don't revisit it again and again whether it has happened or not.
Yes.
So I asked for it maybe like one time, and then I forgot about it. Then I maybe have asked for it a few more times, and then after a while I recognize that every time, because I was so habitual of finding red lights, right? especially when I drive from Faridabad to Delhi, there's so many red lights. I was habitual, like, of course, now I have to wait here. I will drive forward, then I'll wait at another red light. But then I started recognizing that, oh, I'm not getting red lights at all. Even if I would
Yes,
get them.
that's change of, I mean, mindset as well as like thought change कर लिया तुमसे ना. Now you're manifest कर रहे हो कि सब कुछ everything is smooth.
Yeah.
Yes.
And अगर मेरे को मिलती भी थी red light, so for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds max, and that too just like 10% of my time I would find a red light for a few seconds. Mostly not. Now here, there's an important angle to it. Let's say I do find a red light for 1 minute. Then I shouldn't go into the doubt, oh, this stuff doesn't work. Because if it has worked for 99 times and not just one time, don't let that one time overpower the 99 times. That is the magic. If you believe ki, oh, I want this, and it doesn't come to you, please don't doubt yourself ki, oh, this, like, this is not how the world works. There is nothing like energy or manifestation or nothing like that. That is the mind's game. When something doesn't happen just like the way you want
so
it.
We need to have a mindset कि every time it's going to be smooth. है ना, कोई ट्रैफिक मिलेगा ही नहीं, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, everything will be smooth, पार्किंग भी मिल जाएगी, सब कुछ हो जाएगा. You should not be bothered about it, है ना. क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं दिमाग, like before starting actually मेरे माइंड में थॉट आ गया था somehow, है ना, कि maybe कि कहीं वो तो नहीं मिलेगा ट्रैफिक, लेकिन नहीं मिल रहा ना हमको, we are going smooth.
Yeah.
So what else you manifested?
Aren't we manifesting all the time?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, this vlog, for example, is a manifestation only.
Yes.
The food that we'll have, that's also manifestation.
Yes.
The clothes that we're wearing, that's also manifestation.
Yes.
But like, because one part of manifestation has been commercialized so much that people want to look at only for the quote unquote big things that they want to have in their life, like bada paisa, ya badi ladki,
choti ladki, badi ladki,
as in like a relationship or a marriage or whatever. Or
like, so the point was like, I mean, manifestation to way of life है हमारा, है ना, like every time we have to be in the positive thought process, or we have to live in the present now. Now there is no future, there is no past. We have to be in the present, the power of now.
True.
तो तुमने like वो एकार्ट टोले की बुक पढ़ी है, पावर ऑफ नाउ?
हाँ, मैं पढ़ रही हूँ धीरे-धीरे.
पढ़ रही हो? Very good. So any thoughts?
I love that book.
Okay.
Every line that I'm reading, it seems like yes, I knew this, always knew this, always knew this. But I thought it's just me who's thinking like that. World doesn't work like that, so I need to change that thinking. I'm so glad that I didn't. I did get distracted over the period of time in my life where I gave the key to my life to these generic, saleable, googleable principles like the should and should nots of life. I did do that for few years, but then again, when you change your direction, it also inspires you to find your own self back, and I did that. For example, I always believed that the timeline of life, that somebody told you that this is the timeline of life, like by this age, let's say whatever, 21, you get your degree done, then by whatever age, I don't even know what is it, like I've forgotten, you do your MBA or whatever, then by this age you get your job, by this age you get your promotion, by this age you get married. I think it started with wondering, why do I need to get married? So I'm a baniya woman. Why do I need to get married by 24? I mean, who decided that? And why does everybody need to do the same thing? And I was a teenager at that time. And then I thought, oh, but I'll get married at 30. And it felt like a very big deal. And one day I told my mother, I'll get married at 30. And she was like, are you mad? You won't find any guy at 30. But I think that was the initiation of me responding to, I know from within, right?
Standing for yourself, maybe.
Not,
Just
not
putting in like whatever you are feeling in front of them. I guess it is जो आप feel कर रहे हो, like just conveying.
हाँ वो देखो वो चीज थोड़ी सी बात में आती है. सबसे पहले होता है when you wonder, and that's the beauty. Like if you see any sort of invention that was done, any company that was made, any creation that happened, it was first of all like a wonder thought in your mind. Ki, oh, I wonder how this would be possible, or like a phone would be made when it was made, a plane was made when it was made. It was all a wondering thought. Like I wonder, like the childlike wonder, right? So that's how I always felt about a lot of things that this book talks about, or consciousness talks about being present, not having a timeline. Time is a fictitious thing that we humans created. The intention of it was to have convenience in life. Like if you and I have to meet and reach at one point, we use time for our convenience, right? If you reach at 2 p.m. and I'm reaching at 2 a.m., it wouldn't work. But then we started controlling our life with this time space concept, right? What is big, what is small, what is good enough, to have in a life based on the size and the measurements. And like we have to do everything quickly. This person got success in 2 years, this person got success in 15 years, blah blah blah. We started making principles and all these saleable concepts based on time. अब ये बिकता है बहुत. You'll find so many motivation speakers and coaches and whatnot who are putting this thing in people's mind. Like being controlled by time and space, it's not liberating, and I don't think that is how we were designed to live.
This point is absolutely true. Like, I mean, I don't know whether you read about this Elon Musk or not. I mean, जो Musk के आप direct interviews वगैरह, like he never talks कि भैया I did any hard work, or I did that, or I mean, he will be like, this is my life. This was my life. I just pursued my dreams. I followed my gut feeling. He will go like this. But बाकी जो लोग होंगे ना, उसकी बात में ये hard work देखो, he is working 110 hours a week. He never said कि working 100 hours a week is, hard work for me. Because he is into it. He is loving it. तो लेकिन लोग उसमें कैसे they will put it like this कि 100 hours a week he's doing so much hard work. That is what Kartika, she's also like putting up the same point. Like whatever you love, and whatever you are doing, if you love it, then it's not hard work. It's not a job also. It's not a work
in itself.
Actually, it's not a work. You will be in love with it and you will be doing it. You will be feeling about it. So I love driving. So it's not a hard work for me. Maybe driving is hard work for
exactly.
lot of people.
So if I'm driving, it feels like I don't want to do it. I am so aware of कि कितना time हो गया, कितना time बचा. I'm thinking about that. But when you love it, you like time doesn't exist for you. So जब हम अपने शो की शूटिंग कर रहे थे, so I would be nervous about it, honestly. And क्योंकि मैं लाइफ में पहली बार ये कर रही थी, and I had to perform. People had expectations from me, like she's the show host, she's the show producer, she needs to know what she's doing. I didn't. All I knew was I like asking questions. I'm gonna ask questions. But when I had like 3 cameras in front of me in a room full of crew, studio full of crew, and a diggaj speaker sitting in front of me, I was like, oh my god, I would freeze and I would take so many retakes, all of that. Anyway, so I would get really nervous a day before and I wouldn't sleep enough. So, or सुबह I think I would wake up at 6, 7, whatever, and शूटिंग शुरू कर देते थे ऑलमोस्ट 9 बजे ऐसे करके. आई वुड बी एट स्टूडियो बाय 8. तो 8 बजे सुबह, रात के कभी कभी 11 बजे तक आई वाज इन द स्टूडियो. पूरा दिन वी आर ऑन आवर टोज. ठीक है, देयर नो रिलैक्सेशन टाइम, एज लाइक देयर वाज नो फ्री टाइम एज सच. एंड देन रात को आई रिमेंबर दिस मोमेंट व्हेन माय फादर कॉल्ड and he's like, this is like getting late, man, like come home. And I didn't even know what time it was, and it was 11 in the night, and I was so refreshed and so recharged, and I was like, I can't wait to come home and tell you all the stories. So जब मैं घर गई तो he was tired because it was late, but I had this like next level energy. It didn't feel like I'm कितने 8, 12 16 hours से, in fact 2 hours of commute time, 16, 17, 18 घंटे हम एक दिन में काम कर रहे हैं, ऐसा फील ही नहीं होता था, because अंदर से we would feel like, ooh yes, we were so present, so energized and so enthusiastic about what we were doing, और time didn't exist at all. But अगर मेरे को कोई चीज नहीं पसंद है करनी, और अगर कोई मुझे को बोल दे 16 घंटे करने के लिए, मेरे को 16 घंटे का ना, like मेरे को 36 hours लगेंगे, not 16 hours, because I wouldn't be enjoying that. Exactly. So the whole concept of hard work, it didn't exist, no.
Yes.
In that particular day, it didn't
Yes.
exist, because I was loving what I was doing. So, people come with this question, which is, then, in that case, I don't think everything that you do in your life, you will do what you enjoy. Like, there are things that you need to do, which you don't enjoy, but you have to do them. So, first of all, you have to look at ways, creative ways, like, ask your mind to shut up. Then, you creatively think, अगर मुझे कुछ करना है, like, I have to do it. I don't have an option, right? Filing taxes, the admin work somebody doesn't like, for example, cleaning the house, or cooking, or whatever. ठीक है, सबका अलग अलग है. Somebody may absolutely love cooking, somebody would hate. I don't enjoy cooking. So first of all, you have to have that intention, like put that intention out there. Okay, I don't know right now how this will happen. I don't enjoy it, and I need to do it, and I don't know how it will happen. But I'm open to receive ideas.
Yes.
When you open that gate, you'll attract, like those solutions or ideas. People will show up. So you have to understand one very crucial thing, which is, don't assume that if you don't like something, then nobody else in the world exists who likes that. For example, I always thought that admin ki kaam, I don't like all these admin things. Some people find absolute pleasure in doing admin work.
Yes.
It like satisfies them. Oh, I had to do these 10 things, tick, 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 sending mails and like the coordination work, whatever it is. They like doing that. It gives them that satisfaction. So मुझे पहले लगता था कि if I don't enjoy doing something and I give it to somebody else, I am being unfair or unkind on the other person. No. Find somebody who actually loves doing that, and then there's a win-win. You're doing what you love, the other person.
Yes. Yes.